Hello again. Today I'd like to talk to you about my other set of John Lowe darts that I bought on Amazon recently whilst I was in the UK. And this set is a lot cheaper than my previous set. It's actually more similar to the original steel tip darts that that old Stoneface used to use back in his heyday, the bullet shape. This is called the Unicorn John Lowe Bullet soft tip darts. Again, these are, as I said, just mentioned, these are soft tip darts, right? Meant for soft tip boards. These are made from stainless steel, not tungsten, and these are the 20-gram versions, right? So they're soft tips. So you got these little sort of barrel. I don't know whether these actually work on a soft tip board or not. But I haven't actually tried them on a soft tip board yet. So far I've only tried them on a normal bristle board with steel conversion tips, right? And basically what you get is you get the barrel, you get some free aluminium shafts, and you get these rather natty looking flights with John Lowe wearing dark glasses, dark shades on, right? So you just sort of slap them on like this, okay, like that, and also you get on the other side you get a set of proper soft tips, right? Which is this one. Okay. Oh, sorry, not too. Just put it on the ground, put it on the table there. So there it is. You get these black soft tips, and then we just insert them in. Okay, I haven't, as I just mentioned before, I haven't actually tried these on a soft tip board yet. I've only ever tried them on a steel tip board. Okay, first thing is, well, I used to in my teens when I used to have the John Lowe branded steel tip darts, right? And they were about 22 or 24 grams. These are actually only 20 grams. And because the darts I had then were tungsten, they were a lot thinner. The barrels were a lot thinner than this one. This one's got a very, very thick barrel. And the other difference between the John Lowe steel tip bullet dart and the soft tip one is that the grip. Is the grip in the middle. Just like the steel tip John Lowe bullet dart, the only part which has the grooves cut in is the middle of the barrel. So you really need to hold the dart in the middle, not on the back and not at the front, because it's a smooth metal on the front and the back. So it's virtually, you have to hold it in the middle. The grips itself, the grooves itself, they're not cut very deep, and the other thing is they appear to be rounded rather than sharply cut, square cut, so you don't get a very good grip, right? So you need to hold it quite tight. And when I was practicing with these earlier on, I did experience a lot of darts of sliding away. So if you get sort of sweaty fingers, then you need a cloth or I don't know, get some gripper wax or chalk or whatever to dry your fingers. So because the grips, they're kind of like rounded. They're not sharply cut like presumably like his steel tip darts, which are a lot more expensive. I bought these at Amazon, and they only cost about £11, so they're very, very cheap. And yeah, I mean, for soft tip darts, they're very, very cheap at only £11, because soft tip darts are usually sort of £30 and upwards, especially if you're buying them in the Far East. But I mean, as long as you don't have very sweaty fingers, as long as you don't use the grip, these are actually quite good, right? When I was practicing them, I was actually quite accurate. They actually sort of brought back the memories for me, but although the grip wasn't as good as it was as I remember them, but you can't win them all, right? But actually, I mean, I actually found, they were quite good to use. So you can actually, because of the way they're shaped, you can actually sort of basically throw the dart John Lowe style, which is kind of have a loop and kind of like lob the dart forward rather than physically throwing the dart. So you can throw the dart very, very effortlessly, even though it's quite lightweight, and it does have a very good sort of feel to it. But the only sort of little bit slight problem is that the grooves here are not cut very, very sharp. They're not very deep, and they're kind of like have a rounded feel to them. So it doesn't lend itself to a good grip. But I mean, I have used them quite a bit in the time that I've got back on my bristle dartboard, and they have been quite good. I mean, they're doing quite good. It's just for my preference, the grip is not the grooves are not cut deep enough for my liking, and so out of 5, I'll give this 3 as well, just like with my other set of John Lowe darts that I reviewed previously. But yeah, but if you're looking for a very, very cheap set of soft tip darts, you know, endorsed by, you know, a real legend, then you can't go wrong with a set of these John Lowe Bullet darts, because they're you know, for £12 they're quite good value. But I would prefer something with much better, with much deeper grooves and sharper grooves, basically. But yeah, that's my 2 pennies worth anyway. So thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.